But within this blind spot is a factor so foundational to economic growth, it truly is the secret to maximizing wealth economists have been looking for. A secret so powerful, its efficacy would dwarf all the fiscal and monetary policies of the world's greatest economists combined. One that few economists think of, and dare not mention if they do, because it is so politically incorrect, they would all lose their jobs. And that secret is sex. Sex is the most powerful economic policy in the world. Sex is economics. To prove this, consider an excerpt from a previous book, the Book of Numbers. Take a moment to look out your window. Take in everything you see in your purview. The buildings, the roads, the electrical lines, the cars, the plane in the sky, the landscaped grounds, the window you're looking through itself. Everything you see, except perhaps the sky itself, has been touched by human hands. Human labor has been expended in one way or another to shape, form, and create nearly all that is in your view. However, this amazing mural of economic production didn't happen by itself. Houses and cars and planes and vaccines didn't just poof, form in a vacuum. There had to be a reason for all this economic production to spring into existence, and the reason it did was sex. It's here we must accept an inconvenient truth of nature. Specifically, that nature has shaped the male and female sexes into having very specific roles so that the human race might survive and thrive. Nature gave women the ability to birth children as well as the breasts to feed them, while nature gave men the physical strength, aggression, and mass to not only provide for their women and children, but protect them as well. However, nature also provided the sexes with something that would prevent them from overpopulating: lopsided sex drives. Men have sex drives estimated to be 9 times that of women, while women do not. And this lopsidedness prevents everybody from breeding kids they can't afford, because if women had the same sex drives as men, the human race would outbreed its food supply in a week. But there's also an ancillary benefit to such mismatched sex drives, because in forcing men to meet the finicky and higher standards women require to have sex, it forces them into an evolutionary arms race of perpetual competition and self-improvement. And thank God for society it does, because without that powerful sex drive and the commensurate work ethic that comes with it, absolutely nothing you see today would exist. This massive, nearly incomprehensible economic miracle you are witnessing outside your window is due to one group of people and one group of people only: men. And it was a transaction, the most important and original economic transaction, that incentivized men to make and build nearly everything on the planet: sex for resources. Men build things, women give them sex. Men produce things, women give them children. Men accrue wealth and resources, women continue their genetic line. Sex, or more Darwinistically speaking, progeny, is what gets men out of bed in the morning, off to school, into rush hour, off to the office, off to the factory, off to night school, off to war, or off to the lab to make money so that they might someday attract girls. If there was no sex, if there were no women, if there was no female youth and beauty, men would still be living in caves, only mustering their resources to perhaps create beer and poker to buy the time. Alas, the only reason you have planes, trains, and automobiles, the only reason an economy exists, the only reason anything outside the sky exists, is because men built it. And men built it in exchange for sex.